Shout out Bruce Gas, aka Token 2. You know I had to drop a track for my boy. Ha, yeah, Benny arrested boys out here telling fake. I'm the hardest young nigga, I ain't signed to no label. Hey, Bruce Gas putting no fights on the table. Calling that boxing since Kane versus Abel. Smoking so much gas, you would think that shit was fake. On the people shit, but like Muhammad Ali. Shut up, Bruce Gas. One day we gon' meet. Yeah, we gon' blow it down. We gon' smoke hella weed. Yeah, we gon' blow it down. Take a hit out the Token 2. Slipping hella shots. Feel like Tyson with the peak. Little Glock on my side, but it hit just like I had to cruise. Shut up, man. Chat real shit. That's my fucking dude. We always cooking on the pan. Straps my side, I ain't talking about no sin. Bruce passed me the blunt, I'ma light it like a candle. Hey, non-stop bars, man, I always spit flames. Feel like Bruce Gas always got a different strain. Bitch, you ain't like me, you can never feel my pain. You win and you lose, well, this a fight game. Don't beef on the net and the shit won't change. Said that on the stream, gotta do it for the game. Said that on the stream, gotta do it for the chat. I ain't undisputed. Yeah, hold on, I ain't undisputed, but I want all the straps.
Good evening, Bruce Gas here, boxing, jazz, and more. This is a flashback here for me. 43 years ago, on this very day, at this very time, I was watching Gerry, Cooney, and Larry Holmes. Highly anticipated heavyweight clash. Larry was, I'm going to go out on a limb and say Larry was the undisputed heavyweight champion, but he only held the WBC title at the time. And Gerry Cooney, Gerry was the people's champion. He was the #1 contender, undefeated, 2 undefeated fighters. And this was not a tough sell. We'll wait, see if a few people come on in, and we can go over, we can talk about this fight, talk about what led up to it, look back on it, talk about the memories. I wasn't even in the chat room. Hey, my brother Cornbread, my man. I'm going a flashback over here. I can't believe it's 43 years. That just goes to show you how fucking old I am. But I got some Gorilla Glue #4 mixed with some nice liquid resin sugar. And this is going to put me in the right frame of mind. They didn't even have liquid resin sugar, live resin sugar, not liquid. What am I saying? Live resin sugar. They didn't even have it back in 1982. But let's do a few of these to get in the right frame of mind. Get in the Wayback Machine. My man Cornbread. He's got a great channel out there. If you're a weed smoker, if you're not, I don't know what you're doing in here. Weed and water. But I'm going to show you this fight. We're going to go back and dissect it. This was just an amazing night to be a boxing fan. This is the last time I bet real money on boxing, and I lost. I hated Larry Holmes, man. There was no black or white thing. Did not even exist in my neighborhood. This was mano a mano. Gerry Cooney was a pampered Irishman, big white doofus Irishman. Hey, Lady Chan, man, shout out to you, my sister. She comes in here the classy way, throwing me a super chat, man. Peace to you, my sister. Thank you. That's Lady Chan out there. She's one of the few female boxing fans around here who know what they're talking about. And I say that affectionately, but I get a kick out of her channel. She does her thing, man. She knows her shit, and I'm sure you weren't around 43 years ago, my sister, but it was a hell of a place to be, man. There was heavy duty racial overtones at the time. You think things are going bad now, man? This was pretty much just after. This was during social era. This was when things were changing in front of your very eyes. But Larry Holmes was an unbelievable. Thank you, my sister. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. I saw that this fight was happening today, and I remember it so well. This was an event. This was huge. Me and my fiance at the time, we went out to dinner. This was, like I said, this was not on regular television. I had to travel to a friend's house to see it on a closed circuit. There was no closed circuit in my town, so we went out to somebody who had it, and man, the night started off on the card. Trevor Berbick took on undefeated Greg Page, and Trevor Berbick beat Greg Page. It was a major upset. Greg Page was undefeated. He was in line to take on the winner of this fight, Larry Holmes and Gerry Cooney. So there was it already started with could this possibly be an upset coming on? Because Larry was the favorite. Real boxing fans, they knew Larry Holmes was just a superior, more active fighter. Gerry Cooney was coming off victories over Jimmy Young, Ron Lyle, Ken Norton. You'll all say, oh, Jimmy Young, Ron Lyle, and Ken Norton. Those are top shelf fighters. Those are killers. But I'm talking about the 80s. They were killers in the 70s. This is the 80s. Gerry Cooney dusted them off. He put false hope in a lot of people's heads, including mine, I must say. The way that he did it just so effortlessly. Ken Norton had gone 15 rounds with Larry Holmes. Cooney broke him in half in one round. Hey, Bud Files, man. Thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate it. Always appreciate it. Here's my man BVO. Salute, my brother. Thank you for stopping by. Much appreciation and love. I'm talking about a fight that I saw back in 1982, June 11th, on this day, man. Much love to you, brother. And I had to come on here and share my feelings. I don't think, pretty soon there ain't going to be too many people that have been around that have seen this fight. So I wanted to come on and, for posterity's sake, to share my memories of this night, a little flashback. And it kind of helps me too. It throws me back in the way back machine. I think about those days and the haze and everything we did back then. You could, if you were making $10 an hour, you could get by nicely. You could get by real nicely. And Gerry Cooney and Larry Holmes, they were making an unheard of $10 million a piece. $10 million a piece in 1982 money. What is that today? Is my phone around here? I'll find out in a second. I'm going to get in the right frame of mind. Like I said, my brother's from Vintage Boxing. I use the tape with his blessings. He's got a great site out there. You can see it underneath here. It's in the fine print. You can click it and go sub to him. Great fights, great quality. And he's my brother. He shares them with me. We correspond on the internet all the time. And I got a great copy of this fight coming up. So please, if you haven't seen it, or if you haven't seen it in a while, it's well worth watching, man. Gerry Cooney surprised a lot of people, but I mean there was some bad tension in the air. See, when they announced the fighters, traditionally you always announce the challenger first and the champion second. Not in this fight. In this fight, the challenger was the champion was announced first, and followed by, and now everybody's hero, America, apple pie. I mean, it was kind of sickening for a boxing fan, but it was an event, and Don King wanted to bring the racial overtones into it. He told Gerry Cooney at a press conference to call Larry the N-word, and Gerry said, I ain't doing that. And Don King, it's a production. Neither one of these people, neither one of the fighters, they didn't want anything to do with it. But the promoters wanted to make it a racial battle. And that's just that was the perception. Boxing fans, we wanted to see a war. We wanted to see Larry Holmes tested like he's never been tested. To see Larry Holmes extremely active and brought a lot of questions to us. Because before this fight, Larry Holmes, first of all, He was despised by a lot of people because of the thing that he did to Muhammad Ali, the beating he put on Muhammad Ali a couple of years earlier. And, a lot of people never forgave him for that. But in the meantime, he was getting all knockouts. He's knocking out Trevor Berbick. He's knocking out Leon Spinks. And before this fight, he fights Ronaldo Snipes, Mr. Snipes. He was a hell of a contender back in the 80s. And he knocked Larry Holmes on his ass. He almost stopped Larry Holmes with a big right hand. I mean, I jumped out of my chair. It was an amazing thing to see. But Larry got up and win. Larry got up and knocked him out. And he destroyed Leon Spinks. Trevor Berbick went the distance with him. So Trevor Berbick was somebody that we're going to keep our eye on, who eventually wins a WBC title and becomes the Mike Tyson's opponent for when Mike Tyson became the youngest heavyweight champion. So there was just so much going on in this fight. Bear with me for 1 second here, my friends. Let's see how much $10 million would be worth today. Well, I want to thank my friend Peter McNeely. Peter, if you're watching me over in Facebook, my brother, Peter corrected me. See, I put on there, I spelled Gerry with a J. And he told me, he said Gerry's with a G. So shout out to my bro, Peter McNeely, for straightening me out on that one. And we got to get him back on here again, man. Peter is a G. Peter's my brother. He's been in the ring with Mike Tyson. He's been in the ring with a lot of top fighters. Great guy. But anyway, on this night tonight, we're dedicating this to Larry Holmes and Gerry Cooney. And it was an event. It was a Friday evening. Let's see what $10 million will be worth today. How much would $10 million in 1982 be worth today?
Here are the top search results.
$10 million would be like $33,139,792.75 if we want to be exact. But this was the price they paid, man, a $30 million payday. And see, this was not even when boxing had kind of a breakthrough era. Floyd came in, money flowed. It was a different time. This was before Floyd, 1982. This was when Floyd's father. This was after I saw Floyd Sr. in 78. So this was after that. This was when Floyd was a baby. He wasn't even fighting yet. But anyway, man, the fight itself, it was truly a tough fight to take for a lot of people. Gerry Cooney was outboxing Larry Holmes in the middle rounds, but Larry just had a great right hand. And Cooney, I talked to Gerry Cooney, and Cooney told me after he defeated Ken Norton, he did a big line of coke and a glass of Irish whiskey, and it never stopped till he got in the ring, after he fought George Foreman. So Gerry Cooney was fucked up. He was not in the shape he was in. If he was, he would have put on a much better performance, but he put on a great performance. But let's go back and look at this. Let's go back and check some of this out a little bit here, because this was truly a night to watch. And with my friend Vintage Boxing, we can show this. This is for, of course, it's educational purposes at this stage of the game. If you haven't seen it, you're about to get educated. You're about to see the mastery of Larry Holmes. You're about to see how the gracefulness of Larry Holmes took over this event. I mean, this became a boxing match. And the scoring was outrageous. The two of the judges were really favoring Cooney bad. I thought the fight was basically Larry's 80% of the time. Larry was just putting on a masterful boxing performance, dropped Cooney early. See if I can see how this transmission comes out here. Let's see here. This is Larry Holmes is already in the ring. This is Gerry Cooney making his way down to the ring. You know, like I said earlier, Cooney was treated like the champion and Holmes was treated like the challenger. So this had a bad, there was some bad omens in the air. There were snipers. There were snipers placed on the buildings because there were threats being made. I mean, this was a shaky time in Vegas. MZ, my brother, salute, man. Thank you so much for swinging by. I am having a flashback here. This is taking me back to 1982. I'm sitting in my brother Digger Conti's living room. This was after my coke phase, so I wasn't doing lines of coke, but we were drinking some good booze, smoking some fine reefer. This was before the crazy stuff we got now. But there was some good smoke in the air. But you can see Gerry Cooney is being led down to the ring. He's got the Dennis Rappaport, Mike Jones. The Goldust twins, they called them at the time. No, Larry was this was, I don't know how many defenses Larry made, but Larry had been through a lot of defenses. With 2 more fights down the road when he takes on my bro Tim Witherspoon. Let's see if I can get it bigger. There we go. No, that's not what I want. Boom. They built this arena outdoors in Caesar's Palace. No, you know something? That went right over my head, MZ. A lot of these do. So many events, but there's Victor Valley, is that his name? Gerry Cooney's manager. I believe that's his name, Victor Valley. But you can see Cooney. Cooney's a big old 6'5", 6'6", big scrappy Irishman. You can see how he hovers above the ringside people. Mills Lane's the referee for this fight. High tension's going on in the ring. Holmes and Norton, that was a great fight, man. But Gerry Cooney, I bet on Cooney to win this fight. It was the last time I bet money on a fight. I kind of did it because I didn't like Larry Holmes, and I know I shouldn't know, but man, that left hook, you had to give him a chance. His left hook is in a class by itself. The thing would break walls down. It was a wrecking ball of a left hook. And he's in a Caesar's Palace. They built this in a parking lot. They built this stadium just for this event. Okay, Larry's coming to the ring like he should be after the champion. But when they introduce him, that's what I was saying. When they introduce him, they introduce Larry Holmes before Gerry Cooney, which is unheard of in a heavyweight fight. A real slap in the face for Larry Holmes. Cooney had a great amateur career, 1976 Golden Gloves champion, was knocking everybody out early and at the start of his career, but he did get hurt. No, I didn't comment Holmes and Norton. I went over my head. Now you can see Cooney limbering up. Cooney had nothing for a right hand, but the left hand, and that's all he did. Wait till you see the low blows in this fight. This is an amazing show of tolerance by the referee for not disqualifying Gerry Cooney. I mean, I don't know if he was on the take. I don't know if the judges were on the take, but some of these scores are clearly not what they should be. They wanted to give Gerry Cooney a title shot earlier on. They wanted to match him up with Mike Weaver, but that never happened. Weaver chose to fight number one contender James Quick Tillis, or be stripped of the title, and Cooney just kept that number one ranking. He just went after Larry Holmes instead. People wanted that fight. And like I stated earlier, this was the richest fight in history at the time. Both fighters getting $10 million. There was like no A and B side. If anything, Larry Holmes was the B side, the heavyweight champ, undefeated, who anybody who knew boxing, myself included, we knew what Larry was going to do. But Larry was the bad guy. Larry just beat up Muhammad Ali. Larry was as cocky as they come. Roberto Duran's trainer. You got Don King. You've got what the hell's his name? Ray Arcel. You got Ray Arcel in Larry Holmes' corner. Thank you, MZ. It came to my head. See, I got all this stuff in my head, but when I get stoned, it just doesn't come out like it used to. I have to go back and dig into the bowels of my brain. I'm saying, I know who that dude is. Why can't? Of course, Ray Arcel. Hey, there he is, my brother Marky Dan, the historian. Salute, bro. STN. What's STN? I don't know, Marky Dan, bro. I don't know. But as you can see, undefeated Gerry Cooney, undefeated Larry Holmes, an intense stare down. Cooney is looking at the body. Cooney was a die-in-the-wool, dedicated, ride-or-die body puncher. He broke ribs. Tim Witherspoon was telling me when he went to spar with Gerry Cooney that some of the padding was taken out of the gloves, and Gerry was busting these sparring partners up downstairs just to give him a false set of confidence. Tim Witherspoon got in the ring with him and nullified that left hook, and he was told to go home. They didn't want him in the sparring camp anymore. So Gerry Cooney was a coddled fighter in his career. I don't know if he even knew it. I think his handlers made it that way. But as we can see, the first round, Larry, very, very educated feet, shooting that jab out there. I mean, Larry Holmes, he trained with Muhammad Ali. He was Ali's chief sparring partner for many years, and you can see all that's rubbing off. Larry Holmes, circling out of the way of that devastating left hook, popping that jab. Just an amazing boxer. And a boxer puncher. Turkey Al-Sheikh says no runners. Larry Holmes was no runner. There ain't no runners in this fight. You can see Gerry trying to land that left hook. People are going nuts every time he throws it. And you got all kinds of celebrities at ringside. This is 1982. You got Sly Stallone. FCO, salute to you, brother. During the jab exchanges, if you notice, Gerry Cooney out-jabs him a little bit, man. Hey, FCO, anniversary tonight, man. 43 years. Were you around, brother? I want to talk to somebody who was, man. Somebody who was sitting in a bar watching this fight. Sitting at the closed circuit theater. Cooney is just trying to move forward. He's trying to bust that body up. He managed to out jab the jabber for a few rounds because a lot of see that left to the body. That's what Gerry wants to do, and you can see his crazy ass fans in the ring. I mean, there was threats on Larry Holmes. There were snipers outside the arena. Yeah, but I'm not. We're already into the second round. I'm just gonna watch it and we'll read the scores. There's a great tape on Howard Cosell ABC puts on where they go to after every round or after every couple of rounds. I think it's after every round they go to the scorers and they all explain why they scored it that way and it's all clean punches. But look at the low blows that Gerry's going to be landing. You can see some of his punches are already straining below the belt. That was a little bit of a slug in there. No, Gerry was outboxing Larry Holmes. He was out slugging him. He lost 2 points for low blows, and lost a point for the knockdown. Then a knockdown late, but he was still. If the fight had gone 15 rounds and he had won the last 2 rounds, he would have won the fight or pulled out a draw. The Caesar's Palace ring card girls. Man, I was 27 when this fight happened. And look at how young Cooney is. You can see Cooney now. He's on a lot of he does his podcast. He's on a lot of YouTube shows. He goes to a lot of major events. He's really into boxing now. Boxing saved his life, almost took his life, but he got back into it. And, very, very great person to listen to speaking how he got off the drugs and how drugs fucked up his career. But as you can see, man, if he had a little bit more experience in this fight, because you can see how stiff he is. What's he coming off? He's coming off a year and a half since he knocked out Ken Norton. And you can see Larry is just very, very leery of that left hook. I mean, right hand, Cooney's right hand is kind of non-existent. Larry, devastating right hand. And you can see we're in the second round. See the right hand landing? See Larry starting to hone in on it. Any minute now, you're going to see a big right hand. Cooney's starting to get a little braver, starting to leave his left out there a little bit longer. And Larry with that timing, bouncing around. He's looking for the opening. Amazing how in hindsight, you know exactly what's going to happen. And this was the first time Cooney had been dropped. He had never so much as even really been hurt in a fight. This was all virgin territory. Yep, Larry is definitely having trouble with the height. Cooney keeps those hands up high. Oh, there's that right hand. Mills Lane standing there between two giants. Making Larry go to a neutral corner. Larry just circling around with that pinpoint jab, but Gerry, man, devastating body work. Looks like it might have been Cooney's round, but not for that knockdown. So that would be a 10-8 round. Making sure he's still got his senses. Watch this right hand, though, beautifully dropped over that extended left. Oh, the left is just a little bit out of place, right on the jaw. Gerry Cooney totally off balance. And there's nothing like watching Gerry Cooney go down. I don't know what you say, bro. Something about that. Something about Gerry Cooney. Every time you see him when George Foreman knocks him down, when Michael Spinks knocks him down. Just something about the way he crumbles. It's almost like he goes down in sections. Yeah. Yeah, well, maybe Larry's kind of respecting. Larry doesn't want to open himself up, man. Respecting that left hook. He's already felt the power. Wait till he gets those nut shots coming up, too. Ooh, they're painful to watch. Oh, Cooney is just trying to get that left hook, uppercut, or jab any way he can, but he wants to go downstairs. He'll jab to the head, but that hook is pretty much from the elbow. Cooney, a converted right-hander too, a converted southpaw. I think he does everything with the left. You can see Larry doesn't want anything to do with that left hand. When George Foreman put that coup de grace on him, planted him. Oh, see Gerry getting a couple upstairs and concentrating on that body. I mean, that's how he trained. Like I said, the training camp, Witherspoon said it was all body work. He was trying to break ribs. He was trying to collapse them, trying to cut a tree down from the trunk. Water tastes so good. Oh, Larry had some total classics, man. And this was kind of when Larry went after like Scott Frank, Tim Witherspoon after this fight, Scott Frank. He didn't go after the killers. Oh, and there's a nice 1-2 by Cooney. Cooney trying to set some feints up. And the thing about Larry, man, he's constant motion. Larry was one bad mofo. It was like a little bit of mutual respect there. And these guys, man, they were playing that hatred game going into it. Larry was the showman. Larry was trying to sell the fight, and Cooney, he wasn't taking a backward step. So these guys, they did not like each other. Man, Larry Holmes, Eddie Futch, and Ray Arcel in his corner. Yeah, that's one cool corner, man. Larry with his ramrod jab. Hey, Vaughn, salute, brother. I'm glad you do, man. Anniversary time. I had to share it. I saw it in here earlier, and I said, man, it's giving me flashbacks. It was a great night. There wasn't too much in my life that was going wrong. I had cash, I had a girlfriend, I had weed, and there was a great fight on that night. So, man, I had to come back and relive it. And here we go. Here we are. Yes, Vaughn. When men were men, we're men, and proud of it. And here we had America's Sweetheart, Chevy's Apple Pie, Gerry Cooney against Larry Holmes, the bad guy, the guy who wasn't talking to anybody. There was animosity in the air, and Don King was trying to make it a black-white thing. It was a crazy time to be a boxing fan. Gerry had a ramrod jab too. Once he loosened up, once he got his defense, and like I said, once he got loose, a whole different fighter. Larry should mix up his punches a little bit. Jab, jab. Well, you're not gonna tell that to Larry, because he'll take your head off. He's got that creme de la creme coaching him in his corner. I think he and look at him too. He's almost looking at Cooney with a sneer. And Larry was a workhorse, man. Larry would go in that ring not at 100%. He'd have sore hands. He'd have aches and pains and sprains. He was a Don King fighter, man. It was work or you weren't getting a payday. Only later on in his career did Larry finally wake up and realize that he was going to wrong, that he had the power. Ultimate Warrior, salute to you, man. What are your thoughts on Turkey's? Hey, man, Turkey's the man. Turkey doesn't want to see runners. Who the hell does? I want to see guys mixing up. He's telling Shakur, if you want to come back again, you're gonna have to put on a show, and he's saying what we're all thinking. Tough guys don't dance. Ray Mancini and Greg Haugen. I like brawls like that. Oh, so look at Gerry Cooney coming in, doing some head work, pushing him on the inside. Mills Lane breaks it up. That's the end. What was that, round 4? And these fights, this is the day of the 15-rounder, too. So it's not like you're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel in 10 rounds. You're only 2 more rounds to go. Are you kidding me? You still got a third of the fight to go, man. You got to suck it up. Like Vaughn said, when men were men. Yeah, Larry's having some tough times right now. He's like the rest of us. Larry's getting old. And see, when you get old, you get aches and pains, and you can't be happy when you're in pain. And, Larry's feeling it. And plus, fighters have been punched around a lot. They get the CTE, the early signs of the brain injury. So Larry, maybe that's what he's going through. Gerry Cooney, he got out of the game early. He didn't take the constant pounding that Larry took, even in sparring and stuff. Jerry's got his marbles. He's got some money, and he does podcasts a lot too. He loves the game of boxing. He was just at the Hall of Fame this weekend. I was watching the. Do I have regrets? Yes, I didn't get to the Hall of Fame weekend, but I caught it on YouTube, and who were we just talking about? Larry Holmes, he was there. I didn't see Larry Holmes there, but I'm sure he was. But Gerry Cooney was there. And Vinny Paz getting his freaking inductions. Everybody had a speech except Paz. Paz just came up there and he's winging it off his head like he looked like Jake LaMotta doing a comedy routine. He's just trying to talk to the people in the audience, and I mean, he just went on. It was so cool, and I missed it. I couldn't find anybody going that way, and I just didn't have the internal fortitude to take a bus to New York City and then went to can of soda. So once again, I missed the induction ceremonies. Oh, look at Gerry Cooney with those freaking hooks to the body. And Larry, man, that dominating jab. Larry with a hook. You can see Larry, he stomps that foot when he jabs, getting maximum leverage. And like you said, MZ, man, he's punching up. That's not what he wants to do. That's not what he's used to doing. Yeah, you can see how Cooney got these early rounds, these middle rounds. Oh, there's that right hand by Larry Holmes. Hey, and Larry's just taking his time. Larry knows this is not a sprint. This is a marathon. You got 15 rounds, man. You think this guy's going to be able to keep up with me for 15 rounds? I've done it before. This guy hasn't done it. This guy hasn't been 2/3 of that way. And you can see Cooney's already starting to gas. And Larry hasn't even caught his second wind yet, man. You know, Larry's still going through the gears. Mills Lane steps by. See, Mills Lane, he doesn't have to break these guys up a lot. You know, Cooney always punches himself out of the clinches, and Larry Holmes knows how to get out of them. So Mills Lane did a good job. He was definitely not the star of the show in this fight. Close round there. What are they going to show? They're going to show Cooney landing or Holmes landing. Oh, yeah, we saw that right hand earlier. Yeah, but Larry didn't get overconfident. He didn't rush to finish him off or follow up on it. But that's the kind that put him down in the first round. Ooh, look at that. Caesar's Palace ring card girl. Getting advice from the masters. Yeah, even all these rounds are even, but you know they kind of frown on scoring rounds even. You don't get too many callbacks if you score too many even rounds. Larry's still on his toes. Cooney trying to cut the ring off. Wants Larry to slow down, but Larry Holmes on the balls of his feet, moving around. Very seldom will Larry get flat-footed and exchange with him. And Cooney landed a nice jab. What was that? What was that warning for? Good combination upstairs by Cooney. It's a good round for Cooney. We know the low blows are coming up. And Larry Holmes, man, he was pissed. He caught some low shot. And there's a nice left hook on the jaw. And Cooney, once again, he shoots it downstairs, strays a little low. Cooney ripping the body, going low, being warned by Mills Lane. Keeps those punches up, man. They don't come up. They go down even lower. Now Cooney is out jabbing the jabber right now. He's making Holmes punch wide. He's going inside. He's landing with that ripping jab of his own. Good combination upstairs. Oh, and Larry Holmes stuns him. Larry moves in for some, maybe try to maybe finish him off a little bit. Cooney holding on. Cooney's all over the place. Is he going to go down? He's got 10 seconds to go. He's hanging on. Larry lands some big right hands. I forgot about this round, the end of this round. Oh, and Cooney comes back, rips him with a left hook. Woo! Wow. That was incredible. I'm sure they're going to show the right hand by Larry Holmes. And then they're going to show, oh, see those body shots. Oh, straight low with that right hand. And now Larry's beating him up on the ropes. This is after Larry hit him with the right hand. But watch Cooney come back with the left hook. Cooney trying to survive. I guess that, come on. They're going to show it at the end. Yep, I think they are. Well, maybe they're not. But anyway, at the end of the round, before the round is over, Cooney blasted him with 2 left hooks. We got a war on our hands over here. I almost forgot how competitive this fight was. Cooney tries to come out with a big combination. Larry peppering him with the jab. Larry's just coming forward, man. He's flat-footed. He thinks he might have Cooney hurt. It looks like he might be trying to come in and do some offense. Watch the right hand of Larry Holmes. Oh, Cooney's leading with that left hook. Trying with an uppercut. Man, 2 nice jabs to Larry's head. Left hand, right hand. Larry with a couple of jabs to Cooney's face. Oh, and Cooney goes low downstairs. No warning. And Cooney, he is definitely pressing the envelope with those low punches. There's my brother Mike Johnson. Salute, my man. On the 43rd anniversary of this legendary fight, my brother. Cooney trying to cut the ring off. Larry Holmes, he's in control as far as the boxing goes, but when they start to mix it up, Cooney's landing those jabs, he's landing the left hook, and he's really doing a job on Larry Holmes with the hooks to the body. Larry trying to move around, stay out of the range. Oh, and Larry tries to jump inside, Cooney ducking down. Cooney just looks like the Palooka. He's got the flat nose, just trying to move in, do damage to the body. He's right on the border with those shots, too. He's trying to land that big right hand. Mills Lane says, nah, come on. Keep those blows up. Keep those blows up. End of the round. That was a tough round to score. Not much action in that round. And I'm going to have to change my bong water after my next hit. Victor Valley, yelling instructions. Got Mike Jones and Dennis Rappaport. I don't know who his cut man is. And here we go. The start of round 8. Now we're just passing the halfway point. Cooney moving forward. Larry always on his toes, moving on his back foot, dancing side to side. Right now, here he is doing a little dancing right now. Cooney's got one thing in mind. Oh, couple of body shots. They looked at it right at the belt line. And Cooney's getting tired. His hands are getting heavy. Oh, look at Larry's saying, hey. Referee's not warning him. Ineffective right hand by Gerry Cooney. Nice combination by Cooney. And Larry slowed down a little bit. Larry looks like he's trying to get set to land his right hand, but Cooney's moving forward and hitting him with combinations. Cooney with that ever-present left hook. Boom. Get downstairs, upstairs. Hits Larry behind the head with a right hand and slugging it out over here, man. Was that a mouthpiece I just saw go flying? Oh, low blow once again by Cooney. Oh, and a great combination by Larry Holmes. Jab downstairs by Holmes. These guys are slugging it out, man. Oh, big right hand by Larry Holmes. Cooney's blasting away. Extremely competitive round, man. Nah, Cooney's just pushing that right hand. See that one right there? Landed it clean. Larry came back and tried one of these. Yeah, that was a mouthpiece. Cooney's mouthpiece. You can see him throwing it back to the corner. That was a tough one, man. I think Cooney was landing the harder punches. Those body shots were ripping, but it's like I said earlier, I'm not scoring it. I'm just watching the action going back and forth. If I had to score that one, I would score that round for Cooney. You know, those punches were all legal. Cooney looks like he's trying to step inside. Larry's not going to stay in that corner. That's not what Larry's going to do. Oh, right hand by Cooney. Like you said, if he had some pop in that right hand, maybe it'd be a different story. But as it looks right now, man, Gerry Cooney is a one-arm fighter. Oh, those punches are low. Oh, man, when Larry Holmes gets flat-footed and they start slugging it, you can feel those punches. They're devastating. Nice right hand by Holmes. Cooney rips a combination on the inside. Oh, the body shot by Cooney. Cooney's trying to unload that vaulted left hook. Bombs away. Oh, that one he felt it. Timeout. Cooney, neutral corner. No, not to your corner. Neutral corner. Well, I guess looks like they're letting him go to his corner. See, he's not supposed to have anybody in there. Ending the round. Whack, yow. Oh. See, I didn't think he could get instruction. I thought he could have up to 5 minutes to recuperate. So it must be the end of the round. They must let the round. No, they couldn't have. This is let's see if we can hear what they're doing here.
What's very low? While Holmes is stood in his corner, I don't know, it seems like 40 seconds or more to me. And the referee's talking to the Holmes corner.
Yeah, see, I didn't think they could communicate like that, have water until the round was over. So we're gonna have to find out about that one. See if that was illegal, if he should have been disqualified for that. I don't know. The referee let it go. I think Cooney looks like he's trying to double up on that. So that would be a round off for Cooney. Another close round. Cooney getting his cut attended to. Larry hit where he lives. You're going to give that one to Larry. That was that. That was the thing I put under my glass bomb. My coaster. Put that back. We're back in the 10th round. Cooney trying to open up on the inside. Oh, a right hand by Cooney. The ref took 2 points for that low blow. The ref breaks him apart. Larry's getting pissed. I'm surprised he's not using elbows. The thing about Larry Holmes was, man, he never really was a dirty fighter. Even his dirty stuff was within the rules. You don't see Larry elbow, use his heel, laces. Pretty, But the thing about Larry, though, he did have an educated thumb until they started with the thumbless gloves. But Larry, he detached your retina with those thumbs, man. He was an expert at that.
Michael Nimble over on the keyboards.
Cooney doing some heavy work again. Landing some legal body punches. Holmes coming out of the clinch and exchanging. And Larry Holmes is Cooney's just not sharp enough to put together the combinations to follow through and hurt Larry Holmes. Oh, and another body shot. Cooney uppercutting on the inside. Larry with a great combination on the inside. Larry using that right hand. Big right hand by Larry Holmes at the end. Cooney ripping him downstairs. This looks like the end of a 10-round fight, and they still have 5 rounds to go. I'm going to go change my bong water real quick. I'll be right back. Okay. That's what they call a quickie. Quicker bonga to change. And we're back again. Getting ready for the 11th round. This was a great fight. Very, very underrated. And Cooney's looks like might be getting his second win. And this goes to show $10 million, a $10 million purse, and went bankrupt and bounced out of it. But this just goes to show you how money is so fleeting. It comes and it goes. What was that for? I turned away for just a second. Cooney trying to come back with that left hook, as always. I tell you, I'm getting ripped on this weed too, man. Whew. It's just like sitting at ringside. Larry looking for a place to land that right hand. Cooney trying to cut the ring off. But in the 11th round. Oh, Larry throws a combination to standing outside like that, just at the perfect spot. Larry's got to keep moving backwards. If Larry doesn't move his feet, he's going to get nailed with that left hook. And Cooney is just winging him now. Cooney's kind of almost lost his target, is perceptive of the target. He's just whipping those left hands, especially the downstairs to the body. And you're going to see some, you're going to see a couple more before this fight's over. Oh, another one low. Cooney's like Andrew Galata in this fight. He can't help himself. Yeah, Cooney, he seems like he's gassed. Once again, keep those blows up. Keep those blows up. How many times I have to warn you? I've already taken points away. Okay, so if I was Cooney, I wouldn't even go for the body. I'd stay upstairs. Oh, but he does go for the body. It's almost like Cooney just can't help it. Oh. End of the round. Hey, 86, my brother. Salute, man. Welcome to 43 years ago, June 11th, 1982. What turns out to be a real banger over here, man. Larry Holmes getting some second-rate treatment in this fight. Cooney fighting the fight of his life. Ray Arcel, Eddie Futch in the corner of Larry Holmes. I mean, damn, this is a historic event right here. Here we go. We're in the 12th round. And this is not the last round either. They still got 2 rounds to go here, man. I mean, they actually got 5 rounds. A 15-round fight. We're in the 12th, so we've got 3 rounds to go. Cooney just trying to drop that left hook. Yeah, Cooney's been labeled the underachiever all his life, man. But if people ever really dissected this fight, And watch what a great showing that he had against Larry Holmes, man. They definitely see how entertaining it was. But Cooney just, I mean, he could have went for a rematch. Larry didn't really want to have one, but Larry said if the money was there, Larry at the time said he wanted $25 million for a rematch. Today that would be no problem. Today he'd want twice that amount. But Larry wasn't crazy about the rematch. Cooney could have went on. Cooney could have fought Mike Weaver. He had many different options, but he got fucked up instead. Ended up getting hurt. Larry with those lightning fast upstairs combinations. Now he's starting to make cannon fodder. Hey, Rudy, my brother. Salute, man. Salute. We're watching an event here. 43 years to the day. And you know Bruce Gass was sitting there in front of the tube watching this. I had to leave the house. They didn't have pay-per-view over here. A friend of mine got it. We were over his pad watching this, man. Went out to dinner first. This was a true event. Oh, Larry's a surgeon right now. Oh, Cooney's walking into the buzzsaw. Larry is cutting him up like the Thanksgiving turkey right now. The right hand, all those right hands are hurting him. The fateful 13th round. Gerry Cooney's calling Tom, come on, kid. You can win these 2 rounds. You got a chance here. Okay, here we go, man. The fateful 13th round. And this has been a war. Cooney still throwing the jab. You don't see him throwing, in a combination, but that right hand, there's nothing behind it. He's still bouncing him off Holmes' head. Holmes don't give a fuck, man. He's biting his mouthpiece down. Like Mr. Peanut coming in there. Fucking lightning combinations. Watch that right hand, though. Watch the right hand whop Cooney on the side of the head. It spells the beginning of the end. LT, salute. Yeah, Larry's got some meat in front of him. He's gonna break him down now. I lost $100 on this fight. I thought Holmes was going to get cut in half with that left hook. Nope, I was wrong. I still hated Larry Holmes, but you could not deny Larry Holmes after this one. Look at him, Cooney still trying to rip that body. He's lost 2 points already for body shots south of the border. You don't give a fuck. Oh, Holmes with the right hand. Holmes must have been pissing blood for a month after this fight. And there's Larry starting to land. When Larry puts that palm in your face, Referee's gonna warn him for that. Stop that. Look at Mills Lane too, man. Little fucking Marine stepping between those two giants. Oh, and there we go. Cooney with a combination. Larry said, nah, you're all done. Oh. Devastating. All those shots are landing. Cooney's like a freaking speed bag right there. He's already against the ropes. He's down. Referee's. See, man, the referee's going to let the fight go on. His trainer, Victor Valley, runs in. Disqualified Gerry Cooney. He was out. He was done. But they wanted him to win this fight. You know, they wanted Cooney to win the fight. They wanted. Don King was pissed off. Don King wanted the white champion, but Gerry Cooney was not the guy to do it. He put on an amazing fight. But Larry just showed, man, the cream of the crop rises, man. The cream rises. And Larry put a beating down. That's what. See if they show the end of this fight. I just finished my bud just in time for the end of this fight. Worked out perfectly. Carl King. Larry King is what? I mean, Don King is what, 94 right now? Even his son Carl. I got his son Carl's number in my phone book. He never answers the phone, so I don't even call him anymore. But I tried to get him on for an interview, but he don't want nothing to do with boxing. Winner by TKO. It should have been a disqualification, but they can call it a TKO, I guess. The referee wanted the fight to continue, but Cooney's trainer, Victor Valley, he ran in there, didn't even throw a towel, and he just ran in there and grabbed him. Like, what are you doing in here? Ding, ding, ding. This fight's over. Giving him the standing 8 count, well, not the standing 8 count, but the mandatory 8 count. Larry with a nice left hook, something you don't see too often. But see, Cooney's on Queer Street. Larry's having a field day right now. Boom, right hand. Another right hand. Not even protecting himself. Bang. You can see his corner getting ready to come in the ring. That's it. That's it. Take the $10 million and run. But that was on this night. Back in the year 1982. And when I hear 43 years, I'm like, come on. It can't be 43 years. I don't feel any different. Except for some aches and some pains. But it was an awesome night, an awesome fight, man. I remember it like it was yesterday. Not much has changed since then. We still got to go. We still got to eat. We still got to do what we got to do. And it was a night to remember. And anybody that came in here, I appreciate you cats stopping by. And this is one of these flashbacks I like to have every once in a while when I see a good fight that happened on this day. And I see my friends at Vintage Boxing have it. I can go out there and show it. Hamzid, man, appreciate you staying with me for the fight, bro. And anybody else that came in, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. This is your boy, Bruce Gas, Boxing, Jazz, and more. We do our trivia questions over here, trivia contests. We do boxing history. We do current boxing. So you need a place to hang out, man. Sub to this channel. Make sure you like it. Make sure you share it. I picked up about 10 subs today, man. So appreciate it all out there, man. Thank you. I'm out of here. Peace.